Oh, Taxes is here. The taxes. It wasn't the combat that demotivated them. It was their paycheck. What? Hey, since I keep this channel ad-free, I've set up a Ko-Fi page where you can come support me for as little as $1. Links are down in the description. Thank you, enjoy the video. Hey, what's up doggos? Welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail playthrough reaction. This is going to be the reaction to the Belobog Trailblaze Continuance. I know Topaz is going to be coming, so I don't know why Gwaynifen's also here. On the eve of the Soulworm Festival, a messenger from the International Peace Corporation arrived at Belobog. Future Market Prologue. Talk to March 7th. Stelle's Trailblaze daily report. There's still some time before the Express departs. Go speak with March to pass time. I'm really curious what this is going to be about.
Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, dreamy place. I'm so excited. But Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. What can I do to pass the time?
I mean, last time we left off in Belobog, last time we literally just left. Things are looking like they're turning for the better, right? Well, the Eternal Freeze is still gonna be there, but we've solved the issue with Cacolia.
Wow, that was a tough trailblazing expedition. We made it!
And that banger track. Yeah? Bronya, Stelle, March, Danhung's group chat. Can you read this message, Express Crew? Hey Bronya, long time no see. It's been a while, Bronya. Bronya, we're missing you so much. Grace, I was worried that you couldn't receive the messages. I know you're busy, so I'll keep it short. That's not keeping it short. I'll keep it short, she says. Recently, I've been working on preparing the Soulworm Festival, a traditional Belobogian festival. The standard celebrations for this festival has been suspended for years due to the fragmentum and lockdown. And Belobogians now really need a heated celebration to lift their spirits. So if you have the time, I'd really like to invite you to the Soulworm Festival and witness what we've achieved so far in reviving Belobog. Sure thing! Me too, the festival celebrations are right on my alley. It'd be great if you can come, everyone has been missing you. Has, at Danhung, been busy these days. He hasn't sent any messages in the group chat. He's holed up in his room recently. I guess he turned off all his devices. We'll check on him for you. Thank you, March. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Not this again. Show to the wake from a winter dream. Future Market Prologue. Oh boy, watch out, Belobog. Topaz is here to collect 700 years worth of taxes, baby. Why not come with us for a change of scenery?
No thanks.
Oh.
I'll be staying on the Express. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
Okay, rest up. You're not allowed to miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
Okay.
I'll be there next time.
I hope so.
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds. Danhung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us?
You were the one who did support us in the battle, after all.
Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian.
Part of me is disappointed, but part of me breathed a sigh of relief. Because it's the safest up in the Express, after all. We can't have another final lesson happening.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off.
Oh!
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right?
Oh! What the? This is a surprise. They didn't say anything about this in the... Oh, you look great. Very fancy. She looks cute. But also, for a brief second, she almost looked like... Herrscher Weiss. I'm sorry, I'm getting too paranoid.
This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion?
That is true.
You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you?
Are you gonna give me an option to change outfits? Oh, okay, that's a surprise. I'll take it. What the hell? Do we get to keep that costume?
No.
Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go! Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
My relics all have speed attributes.
Other people might fall for that, but I won't.
That's true.
Ready to go?
You bet. It's time to celebrate.
Belobog, here we come.
Oh no. Oh, taxes. Oh, taxes is here. The taxes.
Belobog. 700 years.
Oh, fuck. We're fucked. We're fucked.
It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Oh, Jesus. We're so fucked. Dude.
Brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything? Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food, right?
The IPC folks are here
Wait a
already.
sec.
They're the folks from Kafka's trailer.
All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? Am I going crazy?
IPC? What are they doing here? What an ugly uniform. No, gonna lie, that's not ugly. They actually look really cool. God damn it, people, we're just here for a party.
You still don't remember? Oh, what about Findy?
Oh god, I
That's
hated
one of
that
their
thing.
products.
Beep,
You know the
beep.
one on
Your
the
mom's
plate
an
on the
antiquity.
Express? The important question is, what are the IPC doing on Eurillo 6?
Drum roll. Money.
There's only one way to find out.
Beat them the fuck up. Seriously, they actually look really cool.
Do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing fancy today?
Why don't you guys bring guns instead of sci-fi space spades? Hello? This is March you're talking to. Show some respect, damn it.
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
Brother.
To take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Don't do anything stupid.
Is that Topaz? Do we look like someone who needs taking out?
Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurillo 6 for a special business assignment.
And there's Topaz, holy shit. Oh, I really like her eyes. Yeah, special business assignment. You mean... Yeah?
You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Clearly.
You scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurillo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the
I like her
Trailblazers.
voice acting too.
Surely you 2 aren't.
That's us. The honor is yours.
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Oh, Bronya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on Eurillo 6. To meet with her. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat off the clock.
Yo, we got her number. That's a win for Stelle's book.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even trying.
We think alike, March. Teach me how to get rich.
Me too.
You 2 make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be on my way.
Right.
See you next time.
Slipped my mind for a second, but we are getting like a sub-region of Belobog. How did you tame?
The universe is huge. Yet we somehow
Trotter.
stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in mysterious ways, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the city.
How's Belobog been?
Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog?
8 days in a row honestly just kill me. Well, some maybe don't fancy the festival, I guess.
Hang on a sec. Isn't that that Wallace up ahead? Looks like he's finally made some friends. I wonder what they're talking about.
Finally? Good for you, Wallace.
Is that Pela? Looks like she's teaching the kids again.
Miss Pela!
Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen carefully.
Make sure to mention how I saved it in spectacular fashion.
Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago and was originally built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
So hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand.
Oh
and
boy.
also, guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening in the Overworld soon.
Well, that's what the lady was
It's
talking
gonna
about,
be
right?
super awesome.
Oh god, they're not paying attention.
Miss Pela, Peter's falling asleep.
Enough. From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening.
Sorry, Miss Pela.
Hey, quick! Serval's about to start singing!
What?
Serval!
Heartbeats will shake me, so rules can't break me. Crank the sound and let your soul be free.
I wish there was actual... Okay, it's... Everyone's off tone, and it's conflicting with the background OST, but great though, it's great, love it.
The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the Express crew. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane guards to welcome you on arrival.
It's all good.
My apologies.
Off fort. Oh god, okay, wow. Topaz, you move fast, you're already here.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter.
But the bills are still due.
However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day,
Oh Jesus.
its debt cannot simply be written off.
It really is taxes. Look at that evil smile. Jesus, what the hell?
Bronya! And Topaz? You're here too?
Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurelo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
Oh Jesus.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the Underworld are cooperative.
Are the debts for them separate too? Oh, it's the same planet.
I'm sorry our business got in
Or-
the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Oh, bye-bye. Wait, why is her pants like... What the fuck? That's such a weird... Why is it not symmetrical? And the cut sleeves too. God, they love their cut sleeves.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC.
She is.
To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival.
I only heard the word debt.
Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurelo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers.
Oh.
Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster.
And now that this is solved, payments due, baby.
It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
That's gotta be a lot of money.
So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Can we help with that in any way?
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. Less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Yarillo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed.
Oh, shit.
The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost.
Until
It
recently.
wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
Oh, baby.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest.
How much was owed?
An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
Are you gonna demolish the walls?
Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it.
What do you expect of such a big corp? Looks like we'll have to intervene.
Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The Belobogians won't be able to resolve this problem on their own.
I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now...
You need me to do this job. Understandable.
Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Let's go have a chat with Topaz. Let's bring out the big guns.
While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Are you there, Miss Topaz?
AI reply.
Oh boy.
Greetings. Director Topaz is currently busy and unable to reply to your message. Please wait.
An auto-reply? She really doesn't reply to messages during her work hours.
Greetings, Director. Currently, Director Topaz is on an inspection tour at the History and Culture Museum, the Overworld.
She's using ChatGPT! Hi. Yes. Nah, and here was me thinking you're here to appreciate the... No, she's... she's calculating more money. Ain't that some shit?
This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Aye, yes. Cherish the moment.
What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece.
Yeah, don't pretend you weren't calculating the cost.
It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. I suppose what I'm trying to say is what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation. Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
We want to ask for a favor on behalf of Bronya. The IPC's demands are unreasonable. The Express will pay off the Belobog's outstanding debts, because we definitely have those funds. No, I'm not that stupid.
You're so direct. I like that. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears.
But taxes are taxes.
However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job.
Lord.
I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's.
I don't care who the IRS sends.
Hey, if you let me collect your debt, I'll let you lay on my leg.
I'm not paying my taxes.
But if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt.
I guess that is how the economy works. It's not like you can just make exceptions. Even I'm not immune to exceptions, even the MC.
Yarillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period.
Lord, yeah.
I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
Bro, she was calculating that the whole time we were talking? Jesus.
Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Yarillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
You like animals?
I absolutely adore them.
Yep, heard from her like
Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off playing somewhere.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of our efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
That's kind of funny. See that thing on her chest? Which is funny because, like, Clipoth is almost like the Archon of Geo. That, like, crest or whatever, the pin on her chest, kind of looks like a Geovision. I just found that kind of a funny detail.
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Arillo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter. Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me.
Oh, what's her phone
My
case?
apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
Bye. Negotiations failed.
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch. All these vested interests. So hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school. Wait, did I even go to school?
Do they teach these stuff in school? I don't think so. School don't teach you about taxes. They make you go learn that yourself. Oh, Seele. Heard you're back in Belobog, Stelle. Give me a shout when you have the minute. It's urgent. What's up, Seele? A bunch of rascals came down to the Underworld and took over the Great Mine by force. I asked Bronya what to do, and she told me not to mess with them for the time being. Oh, are they going to take the Geomarrow? Listen to her. Listen to your babe. Too late. Wildfire and Silver Main guards are already... Oh, shit. But those jerks have super advanced fancy equipment, jacked up damage. We can handle them because they're IPC. I'm sending you an SOS because I'm running out of ideas. I'm coming. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
It's okay.
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
Also, March changed her outfit. What's going on? Is anyone hurt?
Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have.
Oh, yeah.
You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us! Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the Underworlders.
We'll handle this.
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way!
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about
None of
you
them are
take
talkative,
a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
Seriously, get some lunch, bro.
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains!
Time we paid your favor.
Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I see through you.
Oh. They're called Grunt. An Interastro's Peace Corporation grunt worker whose job mainly deals with shady business oversights. With their manager sounding... Performance bonus. Each stack increased damage. Oh shit.
Blade of Moonlight. Commencing support.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
7 17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? Huh, what a joke.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
When did you change your clothes?
Right after we finished chatting with Topaz in the museum. Did it take you that long to notice? I thought you were supposed to be the observant one.
Senior staff, team leader. Oh shit. An Interastro's Peace Corporation's senior staff member with minimal rank of project team leader. The mech they drive along with the IPC. If damaged, its repair fees will have to be paid out of pocket. With half a decent salary, they can at least afford to rent a one-bedroom apartment on the IPC's. That's so sad. That sounds awful. Svarog.
Hello. It's Mr. Svarog, isn't it?
Oh, fuck.
And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss.
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend.
Jesus, she looks evil now.
Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
I just realized she has an earpiece.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC.
The whole planet?
No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy.
Well, she does sound evil.
I only care about one thing right now, demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Svarog's
long-term interests, undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary. How do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you. Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the Underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategy. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I mean, this is better than Pain the Dead.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world.
Because for a second I thought...
Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
Adversaries.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there? Oh, what was it again? Numby, right?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How does she tame one? Oink.
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying?
Life is utterly meaningless.
Wow, that's so deep. Oh, come on, stop fooling around.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything!
I figured they're coming for that.
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way.
Oh, here we go.
Blade of Moonlight.
Right, how hard can I hit?
Enemy targets.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I wonder who's voicing the oinks.
Aren't they on the IPC side?
Look at the way it stops itself. Oh, it's so cute. It's adorable. Whoa! Look at it. Little guy following you around. That'd be hilarious if it's Topaz's voice actor voicing Nami too.
That big guy down there. Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge.
It's just another version of the Big Mac.
Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
Right, from what I remember, he has a shield.
All local.
Team leader.
The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
How about no?
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again!
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here.
Topaz just lets you do whatever you want. I want to speak to your boss.
You know Topaz? Interesting. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules.
Wow.
What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
You're just trying to drain it dry.
I'm simply following orders.
Orders.
Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Alright, less talking, more fighting.
Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon.
Heavy laser cannon? Oh boy, there's his
Fortune
shield.
is clouded. Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. We were supposed to attack.
Shut up, Fantilia. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
It came together.
Team leader, huh? Team leader my ass. You can summon 3? Oh, that's just chasing, isn't it? Oh, what the f... This guy's actually kind of formidable.
Who are you people? Not even our tech could take you down.
Plot armor, that's what we are.
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
Oh.
60%? We're done for.
It wasn't the combat that demotivated them, it was their paycheck. Sounds about right.
All personnel, evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
Oh, you think you can get away with this?
Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities? The timing couldn't have been any worse.
Oh, looks like we've got a message.
Is in the group chat? Yeah. Where are you? March, Stelle, are you alright? Bronya, we're in the Underworld right now. The IPC's people took over the Great Mine, and us and Seele just kicked them out. I see. You're with Seele. How are things going? Did you get hurt? Don't worry. We can totally handle this. We failed to persuade Topaz. No worries, Stelle. This wasn't your responsibility in the first place. Something just happened here. I can't explain clearly in messages. Could you come back to Clip Off Fort? I need advice from you two on this issue.
I get the feeling Bronya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her.
Meanwhile, in Rivet.
These guys don't look like thieves.
Oh.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further.
Gepard.
Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket.
Right, she has the source code. Didn't you just say not to cause...
See you later, Captain.
Bro, come on now, that's just dirty.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. Couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
It's alright.
That's what friends are for, Bronya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
I'm sure we can turn things around. You couldn't have foreseen all this.
Perhaps, but the IPC won't wait for me to catch up. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are. Look. The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Bronya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life.
Numby's typing it for her.
In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy. A place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing. That all inhabitants sign a contract, which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again.
I mean, I guess it doesn't
After
sound
5
like
years,
too
many
much
animals
of a trade-off.
previously on the brink of extinction reappeared. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my home world, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight. I am writing to you, Miss Bronya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belobogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Eurillo 6.
Wow.
I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision because you and you alone will bear the fate of all Belobogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly benefit your people.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I think so too. She has a way with words. She's a smooth talker, but that doesn't mean she's telling the truth.
She wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't and shouldn't be a decision made by me alone.
I trust your judgment more than anyone else's.
What if this decision is too much for one person? The impact of this choice could haunt Bronya for the rest of her life.
I wanted to put it to a vote and let all the citizens of both the Overworld and the Underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
Right.
Well, look who we have here! You and Marge paying us a visit. What's the occasion?
We need your opinion on an important matter. You told Serval about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
What? How is that possible? If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the Underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay, I probably wouldn't hesitate.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
So that's one agreeing. You tell Pela about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
Really? You better not be making things up.
I mean, you're literally in her office.
Wait, you're telling me I had to make this huge decision on the spot?
Sorry.
At least give me a few seconds to think it over. Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions. I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside, and that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of.
That's fair.
If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit?
I see. So compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
You talked all about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined.
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dun. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
You told Natasha about the IPC debt and choice facing Bronya.
I've thought about it, and...
Oh.
Well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it.
Okay, well...
I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, he may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither.
Okay.
Living in the Underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
You tell Oleg about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
I feel like we're gonna even out on votes. That's really not gonna help.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience. What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight...
Sign the contract?
Then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt... Well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
I believe she's capable. Bronya, the last Supreme Guardian. I think she can handle a little criticism.
I think so too, but... Could you imagine having to hear names? Like the traitorous ruler for the rest of your life?
Would be really divided.
Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
The Underworld.
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
They're caught up with something.
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion.
Clara's opinion is just as important.
True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
You tell Clara about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
That's complicated. I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision.
Well...
Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true? Just taking away people's dreams like that, it feels wrong.
It's a tie.
Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us.
We evened out. Shit. After collecting more citizens' opinions to find remains a tie.
All that running around has worn me out. The votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments.
There's still one person left to ask.
Right! We haven't asked Seele.
You tell Seele about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
Your opinion will make all the difference.
In that case, I abstain.
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders, not
fuck.
mine.
It still comes down to her.
No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly than I can. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice. Fuck. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for her.
We're still putting her in a lot of stress.
It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty. I trust her wholeheartedly. If she asks you, let her know my reasoning. She'll understand.
Fuck.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now.
Ultimately.
She has to make the final call.
She plays a crucial vote in this world.
Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Klapoth ministers.
Oh boy.
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
Oh god, everyone's... This is not good.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict? What do the people think?
It's a tie.
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final result was a tie.
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. I can't say I'm surprised. What was Seele's perspective on the matter?
She's behind you, whatever you decide. She thought it wasn't her place to say.
I should have known. That sounds like Seele, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? Oh, it's so loud I can't tell what anyone's saying.
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise. The time has come to make a decision.
Oh.
This chaos cannot be allowed to continue any longer.
Now trust your judgment, whatever it may be.
Enough! All of you! I know what to do.
Just...
Wait!
Oh, Himeko! What the
I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
What? Huh?
But aren't you?
She came down anyway.
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support.
Do you have a solution, Himeko? Couldn't you have come a bit sooner?
I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help.
Yeah?
It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks.
You're saying we shouldn't accept?
According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%. This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%.
What?
She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. This information is of great help, regardless of how alluring their promises may be. This contract is nothing more than a gamble. I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Bronya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation.
Hi?
I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Oh,
Don't worry.
so
Leave it to us. We'll find her.
This is how we're doing it.
It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale, and we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice.
Are we sure this is the right choice?
Stay safe, everyone.
Instant. It seems that Topaz is heading for a certain area in the depths of Rivertown. For some reason, Svarog is with her too. Svarog? Are you trying to go against us again? I hope not. My instinct tells him there's something behind this, but I don't know for sure yet. At least we know where we can find Topaz. Let's go. That new area.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go again. Back to our old stomping grounds for another adventure.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set.
Ready.
Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Oh boy, it's those lads again.
Destination reached.
Oh, this is where they're holding the event.
Wow, would you look at that? I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Even you have doubts.
Yes.
No.
I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed.
We kind of dealt with that, though.
On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you.
Meanwhile, Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himeko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Stealth bomb?
Automaton stealth bomb?
I'll explain later. Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats.
Ready.
Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Okay. It's a light button. Okay, wow.
It's a shame we had to resort to this method.
There we go.
This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off.
Future markets.
all right? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives.
I thought we might be facing off against each other for a moment.
Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
The Express never pursues conflict as a first means, but if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himeko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Now just, why did you give me that? It's as if you're telling me that we're gonna have to fight something soon.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Alright, she wanted to meet her in the live stream program.
Miss Topaz. I'm Himeko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himeko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you.
Himeko is that famous? Do I have any fans?
I'd be surprised if you didn't. Don't underestimate the reputation of the nameless out among the stars. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili after all.
Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Bronya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have very dear friends on Eurillo 6. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
I don't like that smile.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express.
So who's the real antagonist in this one?
You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution. My superiors have granted me the approval I need.
Approval for what? Your vacation time has been approved?
You're very curious about my work, aren't you?
Your work is deciding the fate of Belobog,
so
yes.
Many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer.
What? What is it?
Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
What? Oh, you...
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby.
Oh, you bastard.
Projects under my wing have no room for error.
What the... Okay, so she is the antagonist.
A quick divination.
Oh, bitch.
Gather as one.
There we go. Oh yeah. Dang, that boy got obliterated.
Mental support. Can we talk? Seize the moment.
Jesus. Well, thank God I have Jingliu with me. Y'all don't stand a chance.
Ready for another?
Alright, come on.
Time for a good old counterattack.
Like I said, I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying my fucking taxes.
Welcome, customers.
Oh god.
I see through you. 1,000 wonders to fight as one!
Okay, we seize the bonus once we break their thing. I see.
No matter we talk.
Son. Holy Jesus. Get fucked, Topaz. Oh wow, she's doing the super villain clap.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded.
Seems like the IPC will be an enemy in the future.
Finish warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Oh, I would have liked a Topaz boss fight. That would have been cool. I like fighting taxes instead of paying them.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Supreme Guardian, I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
Oh, she really did a 180. At one point, I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? That's a reasonable thingy. I get where she's coming from. She sounds reasonable. Hey, maybe her offer isn't such a bad idea too. Goddamn, if you ain't paying your taxes, you're paying with your death.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarilo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope, despite all that's happened. I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
She just tried to kill me. But, sure.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was
only inappropriate? You summoned, like, an army.
Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
We're going back to the
Sorry for the
Everwinter
delay.
Hill.
Are we clear to proceed?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
What is this place?
Oh.
We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain.
Oh.
Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
It's not what I think. This is the new area. Was that the mech we brought down? I mean, we controlled it for a while.
The people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
Is that convincing enough for you?
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there?
Yeah, the engine of creation. It's the same one I used to punch your mom.
Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the engine of creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
Try saying that fast.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance.
That's impressive.
The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is, the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belobogians themselves?
Yes, but not entirely.
The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belobogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Now we just need to fix it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belobogians. Madame Rand was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all.
What's your call?
I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Bronya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part.
Thank God. Thank goodness for that. Jeez.
My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago. But your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years. A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it, but it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Eurillo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely...
Could that be one of the guys behind you on the light cone?
Unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work.
Dang.
As for the
we're just that
reports
good.
And potential accountability, I'll handle it.
Okay, so at least she's on our side now. That's good. That's good. Sheesh.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle.
You see those fellas carrying
there are more
crates.
important things than titles and
That's
ranks.
funny.
Finding the best solution is what matters most.
Will they cut your pay?
If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again.
It's a different kind of
Much less
crisis.
one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
A rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check.
Is it true that the IPC requires you to go through some rounds of interviews?
17? Oh! I think I might know who you're talking about. You could say he's a special case. For most people, the interview process is much shorter.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel.
I hope we can work together again in the future.
Hopefully we'll come to that whole battle again.
I was worried things were gonna get ugly again. A peaceful solution is always the best solution. Speaking of solutions...
That's cute.
Are they repairing that giant robot? The one we fought against? I remember you took control of it and helped us defeat Cacolia.
Yeah, maybe I can help. I wonder if we'll have some time to celebrate the Soulworm Festival.
Right, I totally forgotten. That's the whole reason we came here in the first place. Looks like everyone in the city's helping with construction. Doubt there'll be much time for celebrating. Still, look on the bright side. We got to meet a top IPC executive.
Who tried to kill us at some point, yes.
A complete waste, right?
At least this ended up on a good note.
You know, I'd heard you and March speak highly of the Supreme Guardian before, but seeing her methods firsthand left me in awe.
Yeah, she's good.
We should also be glad that Ms. Topaz is the one in charge of the Eurilo 6 project. If it were someone else from the Strategic Investment Department, things might have gotten complicated.
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
Oh, we're back here again.
March was looking forward to the Soulwarm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance. This time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you.
Is that the fellow?
Your rank will be demoted from P45 to
no.
P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses.
Jesus.
You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Damn.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
Fuck. I thought her earpiece was on this side, though.
You only got demoted one rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there.
Never mind.
Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. They've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss.
That sounds more like the guy behind him.
I guess I am now.
Young her.
My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurilo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Aventurine, huh?
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't hang up, I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurilo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department.
Diamond.
That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore.
This will be hilarious if this is the equivalent of the Harbingers. No, just
Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the strategic investment.
So Diamond, Aventurine, Oswaldo, Terravan. All these new names, they're all from the IPC.
Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it.
Wow, this is
at least someone higher than rank P46.
A lot of names.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on your Rillo 6.
We might see more of the IPC on Penacony. Interesting. Maybe even the other members.
I'll get back to you later.
Interesting.
Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time.
This time? What do you think, Nami? Oh! Oh! It's not extinct! Oh no, it's a cute animal.
This snow is mesmerizing.
Run. She's gonna squeeze you to death. With hugs. Oh! Oh, I thought we only get those for companion missions, never mind. That has been the continuation mission for Belobog, and I guess our next Trailblaze mission. I guess this can be the equivalent of an interlude. We only got to see March in her cute dress for like a couple scenes, and that was it. That's unfortunate. We got some cool new enemies too, but I'd say the most significant part came at the very end, especially with that kind of like an epilogue scene with Topaz and the board members of the IPC. And it's interesting to learn more about how it works really, like the rankings, the P rankings, 45, 46. We got a couple name drops for the IPC members. Maybe this means we'll eventually have them to be playable too, because Topaz is gonna be playable soon, so I'm assuming the other ones can possibly be playable as well. There's Aventurine definitely sounds like the guy that's in Topaz's slide cone in the back, the 4-star one. Apart from that, there's not too much. The end is kind of setting up I guess maybe more content in the future for Belobog. Maybe we'll see more of going from one location and returning to an older location for a follow-up mission, that type of thing, you know. Maybe this will be a norm for now, starting from now, which is fine. It's a nice a returning story to have for the older location, because people do favor Belobog a bit more than Shenzhou, because Shenzhou's plot compared to Belobog is a bit lacking. That end bit, it really got me intrigued about the IPC and how it works, so we'll have to look out for that. But anyways, thanks for watching the Trailblaze continuance for 1.4, the interlude for Belobog. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. That ending part really felt important. That's what I felt like. But hey, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.